he's doing this and I don't want to like be too heavy on him. So as a quick review, if I'm like big bad bully type of person and I'm in front of him and I want to put his shoulders on the mat, he's going to use this forearm as a post on my shoulder and with his elbow as a frame across my neck. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah. So what he's doing is, yeah, he's smart, so he's putting his hand behind him. He's creating a kinetic chain between his thumb pointing down, his elbow, his shoulder, and his other hand. So this is what keeps me out of the way. If I'm stupid, I like want to get really close to him, and as he sees me go this way, he's going to hold on to my head and guide my ear into his ribs, so that it's easier for him to choke me. Awesome. Sometimes I'm not that dumb. So if I'm not that dumb, instead of me going this way, if I'm this person and I'm like, hey, I don't want to get closer to you, he's going to take this opportunity to bring this knee close to that hand. Just like this, yeah. What he's done right now, kinesthetically, is giving me a choice. Do I want to let him get up, or do I want to try to keep him back down? Either way, if I don't want to let him get back up, he's going to put his head higher than mine and wrap up my head, just like before. And now he's got gravity. Very cool. Please. But if I come back to this position right here, but if he's doing this and I commit my hands to him, same as before, he can use the other hand and guide me into the thing on the floor. Yes. Real quick, let me do it. So maybe like person comes to India. So he's doing this. I want to keep my stuff in front of him in a frame. This is a post and a frame across his body. I'm going to bring my knee to my hand. And I'm basically saying to John, hey, dude, are you going to put me back down on the floor, or are you going to let me get my head on top of yours? If he lets me get my head on top of his, we're going to do a lot of the same stuff. I'm going to use his hand to guide his head into the choke. If he wants to push into me while my knee is down like this, he's kind of helping me do the same thing, except to return his head to the floor. So both are great for knees. Does that make sense? Yeah? Just play with both of those without pushing your partner's shoulder to the floor. Just let the person on the bottom get a feel for holding their head in here. No yanking, no squeezing. Just get the entry of like guiding your head into your arm. Yeah? Do it a couple and then switch. Every time the person on the floor puts the person on top head inside the pocket, just hold it for a little bit. Ha ha ha, I did it. And then do it twice. Technique. Want to see the stroking technique, Bo? He's going to sit down. Yep. He's going to push me like this. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to push you. So he's going to bring this knee that way. He's asking me a question. Do I want to put him down again, or am I going to let him get his head higher than mine? If he gets his head higher than mine, he's going to bring my head in there and choke me. Yeah. If I decide I want to push him to put him back down, I'm helping him do the same thing as he falls. Does that make sense? Yeah. Try a couple. You want to play with this ball, or you want to hang with the ball? Just ask me. Do you think? Yeah, I'll support you. Sit down. Yeah, awesome. So this happens with me. I'm like this, exactly. And now I'll figure it out. And I push it exactly. Yes. And I brought this here. Other side, other side. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Yes, exactly. You get it. Yep. This is good, okay? Questions? We'll move on soon.
I will start making this stuff. Oh, no, not that.
saying, can I still lunge at you here? Yes.
Yeah, like if you decide to go away and push up.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I'm glad that's where you're headed. That's exactly what I want to show. We'll show them this. Three. Show me one more time. I like where your head's at. What I'm trying to trick you into, Chris, is to start thinking about getting your foot off the floor. Watch Justin do it real quick, because he got another thing to do it. So let's say like Justin is this person, and I'm doing the same thing, but when he gets up to his knee, I'm like, hey dude, I actually don't want to get on top of you anymore. So I'm like this, and I'm like running away from him. Great time to tackle somebody. If I'm like waving in the air, and I'm not putting my hands on him, I'm not addressing the problem in front of me, and he can connect his body to mine and knees down. Does that make sense? Yeah. You guys ready for an escape or the finish first? Escape or finish? Democratic process. Escape? Yeah? The same thing from yesterday, you can just kind of get a little more squirrely without the gi and stuff, there's less friction coming down. So for the kids, I told them to like, I'm on the couch? Yeah. So you're on top? Yeah. Good. So he's going to hold on to my head. Yep. And the funny thing about this that I haven't talked too much about, you guys, he's probably good at this because he likes like gator roll. Besides just holding on to my face or like my ear with his hand here, he's going to lean his chest into my neck. And sometimes he's going to put his hands together like this. If Bo ever decides he wants to compete, they don't allow kids to put their hands together around the neck from the front like this. He needs to involve this second hand. So as like a general purpose for this second hand of Justin, hold on to my elbow. The reason being, the further my elbow is away from my body, the harder it is for me to escape or the hand fight gets choked and like turn into a safe position. So we're going to start with this hand on my chin, or look up for just a second, please. Or the hand is going to be like right around the ear like this. Can everybody see my hand? Or Justin's hand rather? Yep. So like hold on to my face. Yeah. So you want to get the arm deep like this. For this game, for Justin, he's not allowed to squeeze his arm, and he's not allowed to bring his elbow back to his hip, because that's going to choke me. He's only allowed to follow me around. I want to do a couple things. I want to wiggle my ear out. I want to hold on to his wrist and elbow. And I also want to get my knees and elbows off the mat and drop my shoulders and hips to turn. Sometimes instead of doing shoulders and hips, you might just drop your knee to peek out. This is way too. Does it make sense? Yeah. So for him, he's going to start with his hand on my face and his other hand on my elbow. Yeah, this is going to make it a little easier for him to take his knees off the mat and lean into my neck with his chest. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, this keeps him on top real reliably. Yeah. For me, I want my face and my head out of there. You don't have to, but generally you're going to have an easier time doing that when he's not holding on to your other elbow. Yep. If you get your head out twice, switch. No World Series. This is still the second thing we're doing. Yeah, like a tripod through my neck with your chest. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's yeah. Exactly. Yes. Heavy. Yes. Yes, Justin. Nice, Justin. Good, Justin.
Grab my elbow.
This is the thing, yeah.
Yeah, hold that.
Smart. Yes, dude. Yes. Escapes when he's behind or similar. We did it in the B, in like, in the Peterson roll.
Peterson roll.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Gravity roll. Yeah. These are weird wrestling words.
Yeah.
But basically all it means is shoulder roll to the inside or shoulder roll away. So put your hands from behind me with your knees down. For wrestling, they call this referee position. Jiu-jitsu, you can do this. Wrestling, you cannot. And it's fantastic with your hands. Jiu-jitsu. It's great for him to pull my hips and my shoulders back down to the mat because it's hard for me to rotate when his hands are like this. So since this is the biggest problem, I need to break his grip in my body. It's not going to happen when my hips down here, so put my knees down. So when his hands are together and my knees are like this, I'm going to take my knees off the mat. And my knees are off the mat. For Peterson roll, I'm rolling into him. This I would not say is ideal for Peterson roll. We'll go to a spot where it is. But for now, with his knees down on the mat, I wouldn't necessarily drop him here because Justin's getting better at jiu-jitsu. He's just going to protect his get into you as you call instead of top of you. So instead of turning into Justin, can you start please? Yeah. Instead of turning into Justin, I would look away from Justin and drop my shoulder in between my knee and elbow here. As my head comes through, he's going to try really hard to hold on to his hands like this, but while his elbow and shoulder drop to the mat, my body is going to break his lock. Even if I come up to the other side like this, I could drop my knee back on his back. So, you okay, buddy? So his hands are like this. And I'll give you another option, but just as the roll, this is the fun one. My knees come up, look away, and drop your shoulder between this space. So move away, drop the shoulder, and roll as much as you need. I'm sorry, on your head, okay? Yeah. Try not to land on your head. Try to open the grip with your waist. As an alternative, sometimes you don't want to do this, or sometimes he's not really pulling your grip that way. He's just kind of going to try and follow you that way. So you got to beat him by doing a knee drop. So instead of my shoulder, it's a knee drop. So my knees come up. Instead of dropping my shoulder, I'm going to replace this hand with my knee. So I'm going to replace this hand with my knee into this drop. The key to this technique is to not drop your hip. When I sit down, he's behind me, and then you come. Correct. Up. Replace the hand with the knee. Good posture. If he decides he wants to pull my waist back that way, I'll still do the shoulder roll. But for now, I can usually slide away, stroking the grip. Does that make sense? Yeah. One more time. So he's behind. Good. For this one, he's just trying to follow me towards the big guys over there. While I do this, I need to break his grip, so I'm going to drag my knee into this hand. So I drop my knee, break the grip like that, come back and drop. Does that make sense? Yeah. So either roll on your shoulder, or slide onto your knee, or combo of the two.
Can you show us the shoulder one more time?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on down. So his hands behind. For wrestling, this is called referee's position. For jiu-jitsu, with the hands together, not jiu-jitsu. So my hands are on the floor, my elbows are off, my feet are on the floor, my knees are off. For the roll, try not to roll inward. Instead, look away, take your hand off the mat, put it this way, my head and my shoulders are going this way. honest, like I'm right? Bo, you want to try and do these weird, get your body out and stuff? Perfect. Good. Try with me. It can be discouraging with micro. You okay, Justin?
Yeah.
You want to give it to him for a little bit? Is that it? Rest.
But yeah.
You can do it as a 3. Short me up before they beat me up, you know? Yep. So put the hands together behind me. Good. So you just want to keep your hands together. I want to open them and count into you. You ready? Go. He's excited about the roll.
Who, me? Yeah.
Gotta keep it coming back some.
Yeah.
Pardon? The roll. This arm and this shoulder and your head are going to this space. Yep. Perfect.
Okay, the D one is I get up and then I replace my left hand,
Opposite hand.
my right hand,
Yeah.
with my left knee.
Yeah. Very nice. With posture, don't do this.
I know.
Yeah. But now you know. But if it does happen and he's doing this, great time to shoulder roll. Yeah. Yeah, great is good. Yeah, if he's pulling you back down, shoulder roll off your left shoulder. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why I showed you that one first. And you gotta put it together, because you don't know what you got behind you.
I don't like the D one. My legs are so long.
Oh, that's so interesting.
I try to hold my hip.
Try and put a fist on the floor. If not on the floor, on your partner. So when you lift your right hand, keep your chest open with your left fist. Yeah, you're doing it with your left fist. So fist left. Yeah. Palm is okay, fist. Yeah. Get your hip up. Yes. It's going that way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. For the purpose of circling into him. So obviously both smaller than me, but traveling than me, both. So obviously both smaller than me, but I'll do something like this. The hands are good, the fists get me higher. So the fists get you higher, and if I replace this fist with this knee, as he's trying to stay heavy into me, he's not necessarily like pulling me back to the floor. When I do this, and my chest is higher, my chest, I'm gonna open it up a little bit. Come back. If he does this and he pulls me that way, now as he's pulling me this way, I'm already breaking the grip on my roll. Alright, it's up to him if he wants to hold on to this stuff. We all know this is silly. Yeah. Guys want to do the choke? Yeah. Yeah. I'll be super nice. I think you're going to with my two knees down like this. The finish is real simple. The second hand that's through the arm is not doing the choking. It's this one. Are you okay, buddy? Yeah. Is your neck okay? Yeah. So I'm not squeezing his neck. I'm just holding onto his neck and I'm bringing my elbow back this way. Okay? Yeah. It's super tight. Is your like neck hurt? Try and bring the elbow back this way and straighten out his head. Can I show you the rest of it? Yeah. Help me out just. So there's other ways to do it with your hands together, but in case like you ever do like the kids thing, you have to involve the second hand. We'll do other funny stuff, but this is just the simple way. For an acid down, please. My foot is between, and I want to drive this knee at him so he is instigated to sit up into my knee. When he's sitting up into my knee, hold on to his head and pass it inside. My hand over here is past his shoulder. My other hand is also going to go past his shoulder. So I'm elbow to elbow, and I take my hand to the sky, so my hands will go past his shoulder. You can't see it, but I'm basically doing like a bird in front of his chest and neck on the part of it. So when I do this, his head is about here, my elbow is going to come this way. I'm going to sink this one into the chest and shoulder. If you can step over his body, it's easier than that one. So I do something like this. Two. My hands are kind of like a bird. I'm going to step over his body. My elbow's coming back. Okay? Be nice to each other. Just get the sensitivity for like, oh, my head can't go back. We'll mix it up from the half hour later. It's like when we get to the freeze. This hand? Elbow, elbow. One. Good? Yep. Now this hand. These are the longest arms in the world. This hand, put it on the other side of the shoulder. So you're doing like this? Yes. Yeah? Cool. So turn him over. Listen. Perfect. Yeah, this happens. So the finish is the same. This elbow right to your hip. You can't stay on top of it. Bro, you doing okay? Yeah. I don't want you to hurt your neck, so please stop resisting from this position. Thank you. Yeah. For now, just so that no one hurts anyone's necks, just play with the sensitivity so you understand when you don't have to squeeze. Is that okay? He's not going to squeeze your neck. Yeah? So like let him like get the elbow roll and tap. This is what we talked about. Like we're going to have accountability for it. Yeah. Give him a shot when you get a shot. The other kids are savages. That's why only you guys can handle this. While you're setting it up, that's the point. Yeah. That's the point. Yeah, you don't want him to get his grip off the grip. Yeah. Again, this guy has the longest arms in the planet, so you gotta be ready. Freeze. You got the right idea. I'm not saying that's not gonna work. I'm just saying I want him to understand how to take control. Okay? Yeah? Thanks for being patient. For now, is that okay? Thanks. I'm gonna set you guys up. Yeah, this is good. This good? This hand? All the way up here. This hand? Nice. So this hand, put it between your chest and yours. So freeze. This hand, like this. Get closer to him. Your knee on the floor. Instead of putting your knee on the floor, put your knee like here. Under. Freeze. Stop. He's not a pillow. I'm saying he's not a pillow. So instead of him being watch what you're doing, I'm sure you do. Okay? Yeah. This is what you're doing. Your knee is down here. So it's hard to put your hands around him because your arm is still kind of far. So instead, this knee, put it like right there. So I'm like really close to him. So I'm really close to him. My arms are really close to his neck now. So come around this way, please. This hand is going to come around here. And my hand is on his shoulder like this. My other hand is doing the same thing, but in front of this hand. So you you can't really see it. That's why I'm like showing you like this. You see his elbows on this elbow and the hands back here. So 1, 2. My hands are together now. Elbows tight, yeah, you might just tight like that. You guys okay?
Yeah.
Shoulders hurt yet?
No.
I won't lie to you and say like you're not gonna get the throat most of the time. Like the best chokes do like all the arteries, bring out the towel, and do a little bit of something to the throat. So you're doing something right. Obviously, like you, some people can do, but like this is not a deep class. I feel like these neck would be a little more nice. But we're human, we got attributes. But they could be really nice. You guys ready to play this game?
Oh, this as a game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do the choke.
We're gonna do it again. Here. I'm gonna sit down. Bo's gonna put his foot right here and his knee right here. The reason he's got this going on is so that his hands are closer to my neck and my shoulders. So when he wraps up my head like this, his arms are really close to my neck. When he gets this hand through, he's gonna start like this. For this game, I want my elbow back if I can help it, but I definitely want my head back close to me. All he wants to do is stay on top. If he can bring both of his elbows back to his hips while my head is inside, like, yeah, to the top, yeah. If getting on top of me helps, that great, yeah. Yeah, excellent, yeah. And go to the mount, yes, yes. This helps to do that too. Half guard also helps, but I won't spoil it. Let's start one more time. So right here, good, good. So you hold on to my head, and watch this other hand. Yeah, he's got like the bird in front of my shoulder. Yeah. So we're just gonna start like this. If I can get up and put him down, like his butt on the floor, I win. But also if I get my head out, I win. Just as a quick note, if I do get his butt on the floor, relax. I'm gonna put his butt on the floor. Just hold it. Yeah. If I do get his butt on the floor, he still has a shot to choke me like this. We can talk a little bit more advanced about choking him for holding on to this grip. But for now, if you guys get like here, just end if your head is on this side and your legs on this side. So if you're Bo, I'm sorry Bo, but the moment is fast, you're definitely not going to get it. Unless I'm asleep. Does that make sense? Stop squeezing if you get here. It's fine. Like no matter what I do, if I tell you don't squeeze, everybody knows you a little bit, that's fine. But if you get here, the moment is fast. Yeah? Thank you. Second? Just trying to get up the energy to it. Okay, just push. Stay close. Good. Yep. Hands like a bird. Awesome. Yeah. You ready? Yep. Go. Yeah. Oh, I'm not getting it right now. You're trying to. Nice. Sit up, Michael. Good. Yep. Stay on top. Yes, smart. Sit up is good. My head in the middle. Yep. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I guess we can. Oh. You guys killing each other yet or what?
Yeah.
Nice. We'll do another one. You don't believe me today, but you have the longest arms in the mountain that has some idea of how to do this. You're gonna ruin people's days with this. You too. Go. Stay up. Yes. Stay up. Use this knee. Yes, exactly. Yep. You couldn't stay on top, dude. You couldn't go anywhere. That's sick. You guys okay?
Yeah.
We'll do something funny. Here's another like mini scene for people ruin people's lives. Both of you guys, don't be doing this. You're gonna watch with him and then us. Is that okay? Yep. Okay. Same thing as before. This is happening a lot to you guys where this will happen and someone's trying to put your butt on the floor. You're gonna do a big fall. Yeah. So I put his butt on the floor. And if you've been in class the last half hour, you might want to sit up and start holding onto my head and putting your chest over my shoulder. Yeah. If he's trying to get his hips back under him and get up, just holding onto my head and arms like this is not necessarily going to help out. So better for his hand on the choke to go to my other hand. So the same way you're doing on this side, do the other side. So on the other side. So when his hand's together like this, and his weight down on my neck with his chest, my head is going to be coming this way. It's easy for him to get his knees under him and get on top of me. Yeah. People call this high ground. This is fantastic because it keeps him on top of me and me from keeping him down. If I was the person trying to keep him down. For him, really simple. All he's going to do is hold on to both of my biceps. So you know where my biceps are? Yeah? Just hold on to them. Yeah, cool. You can do it with your elbows on the other side of my arm. Yeah, good. Yeah, so put your elbows like here and hold on to my biceps. Good. From here, all he's going to do is fall to either hip, whichever one you want. Look in the opposite direction, whichever one. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. And he's smart. He wants to hold on to my biceps when he falls because it keeps my elbows away from my body. This bottom one right here, he's already holding on with his hand and his elbow. This is good. With the second one over here, come back. Right, yeah, good. With the second one here, instead of just holding bicep with my elbow, and I'm still keeping his elbows away from his body. Can you turn in? Should be fine. Yeah. Can you stand up and run away? Yeah. He's not strong because his elbows are far from his body. So we're just going to do a funny little trick here. I'm going to trick him to letting me choke him from down here. So the smartest thing for him to do, honestly, is to go that way. But for most jiu-jitsu people, they're going to think the smartest thing is to get on top. So I'm going to let him think it's a good idea to come this way. As he's coming this way, I'm going to hold on to his bicep just like this. So that he can't move this elbow closer to me. When I'm holding on, my second hand is going to do this uppercut grip across his face. Like the uppercut grip like this. I'm going to look that way as I get my head under him. So my head is going to come under him as I look this way. When my head is back here, my hand is really close to my bicep, and I can choke him from down here. My elbow's going to come that way, and he's already getting choked. If he's resistant or he wants to fight for the top position, I'm going to look at the floor, keep drawing my knees this way, and finish him up here. So he's going to maybe be shooting in. I'm going to hold on to my hand like this. I'm going to follow the hip, hold on to his biceps. Elbow behind. Should be hard for him to get his elbows back. If he starts thinking about coming in my direction, keep this elbow away, move this in front of the face. Keep this tight, and get the head out from under him. When the head's out from under him, look how close this elbow or hand is to this arm. Real tight. Really easy to stay on top of him, watching his feet to finish this choke. If he doesn't let me finish with my hip down here, look at the floor. Either direction that you want to, and finish with gravity. Does that make sense? Maybe? A little complicated. Probably a little easier this time. Start like this. Okay? So, pardon?
So I need a hand with that one for that.
We're going to make it a little easier. Basically, one person is going to start like this. So start with this one. Yeah. So exactly what we do. So all we're doing is holding onto his shoulder from the bottom and from behind. So it's an inverted shoulder hold. My hand is going to do this uppercut under his armpit here. Usually he's going to be getting up anyway, so the hand comes right here, just like this. My hand is going across his neck. See how both of our feet are facing opposite directions? Both of our heads are facing opposite directions. I should be waving at you guys comfortably because my hand is snug around his neck and my chest is behind him. So as long as I'm like waving at you like this, move around, Justin, I should be able to keep his head. Even better if I'm close like this. So we're going to start with my legs opposite his like this, with this grip, other hands together. Some people grab the forearm, some people can go all the way to the bicep. But start like this, right in the lock, no squeezing. This is the top hand, it's not doing the choke, it's this elbow coming back this way. So no squeezing, it's this elbow coming back this way that's doing the choke. Start like this, if he can get his head out, he wins. If I can get on top of him, or finish from down here, I win, and just switch back and forth. Again, this is my selfish desire for him to do this to everyone on the mat and not. So, start like this. As the person makes this little space, come back this way. So you're behind me. So face your feet that way. Yeah. So this hand is going to do uppercut and wave at them. Yeah, awesome. Good. So while you're waving at them, keep your ear close to my body and hands together. Yes. So you might be able to get like this. You don't even believe he's doing it, right? Like, try it this time.
You put your feet opposite way, and then the elbow you're resting on, that hand goes through the armpit, under. Yep, and then up. Yep.
Nice. Yes. Oh, this is terrifying. Yeah. Oh, man. Again. Yeah. You ready? Let's go. Good. Oh, man. Am I different colors?
Danny, how did you start?
I got you. Show them, because you're doing it. I'm different color.
No, not like that. How did you start originally? Were you holding the biceps and you rolled into it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do that.
No, I want to go back.
Yeah, we will go back. Yeah. May I? Do like a cow. Because this cow thing, usually because he's trying to put the knees down to connect to me and throw me down, hands together. Usually if you want to sprawl, John, you don't want to do chest wrap with your hands together. You want to hold on to his armpits and flip your toes and move away for your sprawl. But for this one, do chest wrap and fall. From the fall, hold on to his bicep. Are you familiar with like power half Nelson?
Yeah, sure.
We call this reverse power half Nelson. So I'm like Nelson him with this, and I'm like from behind and I'm upside down, so it's reverse.
And then you let him start coming.
I let him come this way. So come this way, keep his elbow away from his body. Do that. That's the same position.
So like this. Here, sprawl out.
So sprawl would be hands and armpits, and shoelaces pointing down on the mat, and bringing your hips towards the wall. Because you want his head going to the floor and your hips dropping.
Yeah.
So keep walking your legs that way for sprawl. This will make it not impossible, but incredibly difficult for him to hold on to your legs.
Then I think this is the roll.
For this one, hands together. Yeah. Hands together, elbows tight, and pick a side and look the other way and roll.
And look this way, I want to roll that way.
Drop to that hip. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. So freeze here. So hands together is good. Your elbow on this side of his body is awesome. Try and keep his elbow in front of his body. And this hand is going to go behind his head. So through here, behind his head. Yeah. So this is the reverse power half Nelson position.
Now, I want to get.
So for this one finish, he's going to start turning that way. When he starts turning that way, hold on to his bicep here. Let go here and go across his neck. Good. When you feel like you're holding on to his neck, bring your head this way. Yeah, exactly. And then finish here. Same position.
And then here.
And it's got a bow on it. Yeah. Okay, you don't even believe that.
Yeah. All right. It's a little bit. I need to on that.
But that's the point. There.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys are Americans doing no-gi jiu-jitsu. This is like compulsory. And every dude from here to Cali does this. Hands together. Knees off the mat. Good. This is good. So instead of pointing your hips up, yeah, stay on your side. Perfect. Freeze here. Yeah, you might put your hands together. You might not have to. But I like your enthusiasm. But he's going to start turning towards his right. Yeah. Let go with your hands and exactly. Yes. You went too far. Come back a couple steps. Oh, it was great. Because now he's like a little shallow in this hand. So come back to this hand. And come on, put your head back on the other side. This is
Reset.
so from here, this is good. As your head comes over here, keep turning that way. Good. Yep. Yes. So now this hand is closer to the bicep. Awesome. So cover this hand with your chin. Good. And not this elbow, but the other one. Go back to your hip as you drop your feet. And elbow back. The other thing I forgot, this is my bad. Try and stick your direction, I'm affecting his knee and not his leg. So instead, turning this way, his leg can be like relatively straight, and I can be like relatively connected to his leg. Whether he taps to this or not is kind of important. We'll do the footbox later. But for you guys to get better at this thing, try and put a foot on the floor and get up. Same as always, like knee to elbow. The person that gets up and stays up for a few seconds wins and go back to it. The same as before, our feet are in like this fitty position, respective to the hip and the leg here. He's going to be doing it, and I'm going to be doing it. For now, don't go to the footbox or anything crazy. Just know that, like, try to not turn that way, if there is anything. If we're turning in this direction. If I want to step over this foot, this works too. But his knee should be okay. Yeah? We do a foot lock after, but it's more important that you guys, like, get your own questions about it and get comfortable in the spot. Okay?
So I'm here, he's there.
You're both doing the same exact thing to each other, yeah. So you should be making it hard for the other person to get up, and you want to get up. Pardon? Good. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, yeah. When you guys do the foot lock, do the foot lock. Be funny about it. Yeah, that's a really good reflex. Yeah, that's a really good reflex. Yeah. He's about to rip your Achilles off.
I know.
He's like being nice about it. Too. He's like looking at you. Try and put your fingers on this side. This is gonna like if you like start wrapping up like this. This is like if we start turning the knee, do this, but for now just keep them on this side. With the hand that says hold. So you're like reaching over instead keep them like here. Now, you did everything right. I'm just worried about you all like putting your hands on the floor or whatever it is. So this is good too, but you did this before. You did this. Yeah. Instead of the fingers over here, just bring them back. Yeah. It just helps you open up his knee a little bit better with your palm, because you're not really doing anything with your fingers on this. Sorry to make you. Only up.
Stand.
Well, there's your ball privileges are gone, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You understand why it's good. It's actually fine. I don't know how. I'm sure you will earn them. For now, your ball privileges are gone. Happens to the best. Thanks. about opening your chest, and there's going to be some space between my hand and my body here to pummel my hand on the inside. I'm pummeling my hand on the inside so I can hold on to his heel. The reason I'm holding on to his heel is his foot is very strong like this. When I'm holding on to his heel, I can have a free arm to row my chest and my shoulder like this, and his foot is not doing that anymore. His foot is not strong anymore. With his foot not strong anymore, it's not too different like the thing from the choke. My bicep is really close to my hand now, so just hold on to the bicep. For the finish, I have a very right angle with my radius bone under his Achilles, so it's very simple if anybody have Italian friends, like Bafan Bull. If you do like Bafan Bull, like this, I'm raising his Achilles to me, but I'm also sinking his foot to the floor. So this like counter pressure is what puts my radius bone through his Achilles. If you have like putting your feet on your partner and kicking him away, he's already making fun faces. But I'm basically like rolling this elbow back with the Bafan Bull grip, and my elbow is put my radius bone through his Achilles. Okay? Yep. So do something like this. One time. So we'll do like this. You guys are getting good at this. Sometimes if this isn't happening, switch grip. 1, 2. The best part of this, if I don't finish this, just like before, if you're having a tough time finish this, you just want to be getting up with the grip. Oh, yeah. You want to be getting up with the grip. Same if I'm switching this grip, I want to get up with this switch grip. Yep. You guys want to spar a little bit before we get up?
Yep.
My shoulder's shot.
You bring it up. You bring it back there. Yep.
Tonight?
You can say no.
I tweaked my back last night a little bit. Not bad, but.
She's violent, huh?
No. That's what I said. When I go to his friend. No,
I felt it.
when I go to his friend.
Oh, CJ got it.
Yeah. I don't know. He didn't. I just tweaked something in my shoulder. I want to work on that.
Pardon?
I want to work on that.
Toe lock stuff? I have one of these in 14 seconds. I'll look for the video.
This, and the here, this on my shoulder.
Which part? Yeah. So fist and buckle. Yep. So you're lifting his foot with this grip as you lower your shoulder this way. As you're falling this way, he's like has hands on the floor. So just put your feet like on his body to kick him away. Not violently, but just like push him away. Same with the other foot. Yeah. So yeah. So now roll this elbow back as you're pulling his your radius through his Achilles. So like this thing.
I'm going up or going down?
Down with your shoulder, up with your arm. Yes. You're getting. Yeah, keep turning this way. Yeah. The other thing is, you're kind of like, you have like this flat part under his Achilles.
Yeah.
If your thumb kind of rotates towards your chin, you're going to start lining up the sharp part of your bone under his Achilles. Yeah. This is going to get closer to the lock. Same as before, try and connect your feet to his body. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So start with your elbow, go to your shoulder, and then your forehead. Yes.
Alright.
The locks get really fun. But these are like the safest on the knee, like that. Because you're not doing like too much twist on the knee.
Ready, that's
Just
just
one more time. This is an interesting thing for you guys. Twisting the knee, not allowed. Visually speaking, if like you just don't like the guy or you guys are doing this for competition, flex this a little please. Yeah, like for the knee. Yeah, can I touch this? Okay. Bring your knee to your chest, please. Sometimes it's a good idea for this part of his shin to be behind your knee and to curl your feet like that inside here. Yeah, good. So what he's doing here, while he's pushing your hip here, is it doesn't look like he's turning your knee, but he's turning your knee. Yeah. Even better if you think that you're getting out and your heel like comes here. So watch what happens with me. So you'll be doing all the right stuff. Like remember like the stuff for like get your head out from before is like wiggle your head. It's kind of the same thing with the foot. Like So if you're wiggling your foot out and your heel gets to about here, keep it. Even if it's this grip, keep it. Keep the grips. And the same funny thing I just showed him, my foot is going to curl on the inside here, and I'm turning your knee with my foot respective of the grip. So when I add this, yes, I'm doing stuff to his Achilles, but also I'm doing stuff to his knee. It doesn't look like it, but you guys know the mechanics now. I'm like doing stuff to his knee. The ref's not going to know a lot, too. That's the fact. Getting him covered. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah, good. One more like, don't do this thing. Yeah. I think you got this. I don't know if you got this. Try to not cover the foot like this way. Yeah. So bend your knee that way, please. Yeah, good. Yeah, he doesn't even want to do it. But my feet behind his knee like this, make it so that it's really hard for his knee to come out. I don't really have to do much for here. If his knee is in like one spot, especially if it's between my knees like this, to like send him in the leg. This is really bad. Also on his foot on the other side. So just know the spots. So like if you feel in danger here, you're only gonna feel the pain after it's broken. So if you don't know what's going on, that's what I'm showing you. If you do need to get out, point the knee in a safe range of motion. So if he's like looking this way and turning that way, he's helping me twist his knee and bend it. But if he like hides his foot like this way and run away that way, get your knee out, just safe and good to go. There's something to do that. The kids like responded to this well, so I figured you guys would too. Like there's just some really different, interesting stuff to do. Question? So you ready to do some fire? Yes. I'm gonna start talking to the hunter people about getting another spot because I'm paying like decent on the month, just on like $20 on the hour. So if I can get like a local spot that's not too far from here that can just like use this stuff, like keep doing jujitsu and like more jujitsu. Yeah. Something to think about. So
I was talking with the guy at the gym today about here. I was talking about jiu-jitsu and everything, and one of them was like, "Oh, you do it, Sandy?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know, his name's Chad Robinson." He's like, "My sister goes to jiu-jitsu, or you trained Tess."
Yes.
Yeah, she's trained with him.
That's amazing. She's gonna be in, yeah. She has like 5 jobs, and her man's is the first dude I gave a blue belt up here. We would train at 5 in the morning in my garage.
Yeah, wow.
So he's like good. He's an arborist, mountain motherfucker.
Very cool.
So they'll come around. He like hurt his hand. He's been doing PT, and she just works a lot. But she's been here. He's been here. They're like jujitsu people.
Very good.
You pissed at me or what? You pissed at me or what? You guys just don't want like a computer destroyed? Yeah. You don't need to be reprimanded. You're like, you already switched to school. Hard feelings? Can I get like a hug or something? Like I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm just a dude. Yeah? Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, snap. You got the kid? Bag now. Yeah. You wild.
Now we go to your rhythm.
You like stories on TikTok, man?
Who's my sensei from?
I was a sucker for those in no matter what. It could be a wildebeest, but they would actually a water buffalo. Honey. He's my favorite person. What? What's that? You know he's a guy of steel. You know, like, I have an idea he's been to steel. can get a friend and you can go 2 versus 1. I say no, you gotta win. How's that? Right, thank you so much. I guess you did right now. I think yeah, you should work for that. Yeah, guys doing that stuff. Yeah. Go kill people. Come on. You deserve to win. Thank you for winning. Thank you for training. Yesterday and today. 2 days in a row. Yes, sir.